Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Dennis. So today we're going to talk about a power supply. So Be Quiet has some of the best cases on the market. They've got air coolers now, water coolers, and now I'm going to go over the most important part of your system, which is your power supply. So we're going to talk about the Be Quiet Pure Power 11 FM power supply. I got a 1000-watt one here. They provided to me. We're going to go over it. We're going to have a look at it, see what cables come with it, and we're going to go from there. Here we go. Here's a look at our product. Nicely packaged. It's an 80 plus gold. Can't go wrong with that. Let's get a look on the inside, see what we got. I always like how they package everything. Everything is very nicely sealed. You've, of course, got your Pure Power 11 FM user manual. Also comes in a 1000-watt, an 850-watt, and I believe a 750-watt as well. Cables are all nicely on this side. We're going to have a look at this. I'm going to get this out, see what it looks like. Of course, you have your power cable. All right, we're going to go over our cables afterwards. We're going to look at the power supply itself first. It's all nicely wrapped in bubble wrap. Just a bit of tape. What I like about their power supplies, and you're going to notice this in just about 2 seconds. Look at the size of it. It's not huge like some power supplies that are 1000-watt. That means that you're going to be able to fit this in pretty much every build you're going to come across, except for maybe like a micro ATX or something of that nature. But even some of those, depending on the case, you're going to be able to get it in there. So you got your power supply, your cables, and cable. I'm going to get it all out. We're going to go over it, and we're going to see what we got. So everything you got is right here. Manual, power supply, and the cables. Of course, our power supply is fully modular. Okay, you can plug everything in here. Okay, just so you can get a quick look at that. Okay, it explains it very well. Your 24 pin for your motherboard. You know where to plug them in. It makes it very easy. PCIe and all your other drives and everything else that's going to go in there. And I'll explain all that here shortly. Just show you this. I'll give you a close-up of this, just in case anybody's interested in all that. And, of course, you have your normal standard connections, 0 being off and 1 being on. So leave her off for now. And our little grill in the front. Of course, they have the Be Quiet fans on them. So silence is, of course, it's optimized for that. You get some ties to tie down your cable management. And you have, of course, 4 screws that are black, okay, to match the power supply itself, and our cables. Now, of course, I mentioned the cable for the power. And let's talk about our cables here. So you can see the first one is your 24 pin for power. All right, very easy to figure it out. And the nice thing is, when you're plugging that in, see how your cables are? That's how you can tell when you're looking at your power supply. All right, so I'm just going to show you that. You get your 20 pins going to go here, and your 8 pins going to go here. All right. We have other cables. What else do we have here? We have our what is it? The CPU. Okay, so it's marked. And how many of these do I have? We've got 1 CPU. Is this the second one? 2 CPUs. So the reason this is nice, of course, you can break these down into 2 4s, and of course an 8. A lot of motherboards are going to have an 8 pin and a 4 pin. If you're looking, you want to make sure you got the extra cables, you've got them with this. They've thought of everything. PCIe. Okay, want to plug in all your stuff. Okay, we got 2 of these, maybe more we'll go through. Okay, it says PCIe. That's how you know it's labeled here where it's going to plug into on your power supply. All right. Of course, this is for your graphics card, so don't forget about that. And you got 2 separate cables for that. You're good taken care of. So it will be very capable, actually more than capable, of running all of the 30 series graphics cards. That is something I wanted to make a point of. Oh, and look at this. They even give you an extra one. So no matter how fancy you get, you have plenty of cables for that. What else do we have? We've got, what a mess. Oh, and a floppy, because why would you want to not have that? And he even gives a Molex. Now, I don't know when the last time was you used a Molex, but for me it's been a while. I seldom have a need. So you got your SATA. Okay, so plugging in your SSD drives or anything of that nature that is going to require it. And again, it's very easy to identify where that's going to go, where it's going to plug in. And you have 2 of those cables, right? That's everything you get inside. But is that all? Of course not. Let's go over some features. So features that are important to me, things that I want to make sure when I buy a power supply, is compatibility. So you have an ATX 12 volt version 2.52, will work for eATX server motherboards via 8-pin connector. You got an EPS 12 volt version 2.92, your Intel C6, C7 status for the new processor generation, Energy Star 8.0 guidelines and ERP guidelines. Okay, and of course, these are things that I used to look for when I didn't know anything about power supplies. And this is what this has overcurrent protection, under voltage, over voltage, short circuit safeguard, your temperature safeguard, and overload protection. All right, these are things that not every power supply is necessarily going to have. So that pretty much is it in a nutshell. And I can't imagine why you would want anything more. So one more thing I want to mention is the fact that this comes with a 5-year manufacturer's warranty. Of course, make sure you have your receipt. It's going to be required if you want to return it. So I've used quite a few of the Be Quiet power supplies. I can attest that they've all worked fine. Never had any issues. I've never been shorted any cables that I needed. And you can see that you've got all the cables for RTX 30 series, and they've even got enough for the 40 series. So you're going to be all set with this. You shouldn't need to look anywhere else. It's got all the features, all the protections that you're going to need. So that's pretty much it. If you need anything else, you got any questions, put them in the comments. Give me a like. It helps me out a lot. If you're new here, think about subscribing and hit that bell for notifications as videos as they come up. And of course, if you want to support the channel, provided you got this far, hit that join button and show me some love. Take care. Hope you have a great day.